times when I'm at home or with family or friends at school and I feel safe, I feel whole, and I feel like nothing can really harm me or get to me.
Belonging, I think, is something that everyone really craves for. And belonging, a place where you feel welcome.
Belonging is really tricky. It's a personal state, when with the family, when you feel like everything is perfect and, you're all with friends and you share, events, ideas, religion, everything. And it's just that great feeling that sometimes you can't really describe. It's sort of a freezing sensation.
Also, belonging for me is about being back on country. Murruwinji National Park is my mother's country. Belonging is walking the land and camping out under the stars and being with family.
You know you belong to a place when you feel safe, and Australia makes me feel safe. Does not matter where I am, in the sense where I am in Australia. There's no place here where you can feel unsafe or threatened. And threat, I don't mean threat as in the threat of violence, but the threat of discrimination or of gender bias or of ethnic exclusion.
So I'm a lifesaver in West Beach and many other communities, and I like volunteer job. That's why I feel like I'm part of this community, which is Australian community. So I feel like I belong here.
When I go home to my own country, there's a belonging. There's also a spiritual connection to that belonging. So when I'm home, being on the river and being in my own country, my spirit is happier.
It did take some time for me to get used to the new environment, but I feel when I arrive Australia, I feel very safe. Yeah, I feel like, I'm here in Australia, I'm safe.
When you really have a good time in this country, you forget sometimes your young school friend back in your country, and then you see it in the Facebook, they have so much struggle going on, and then when you compare your life and your friend in other countries, like, I'm blessed. What's gonna happen for them in the next day?
Belonging can also come out of hardship. It's not just the fun or wonderful things that make you feel you belong to a community. Sometimes it's the struggles, like leaving your home and moving to a new country. When I meet someone that has gone through that shared experience, I really feel I belong. I belong to them in a deeper emotional sense, like our souls understand the leaving of home, our souls understand how hard it was to come to a new place. So belonging can come out of those shared experiences that are not just wonderful, but the hard ones as well.
It is important, I think, that when people come from overseas or whoever they are, that we welcome people, welcome them into our home so that they feel like they belong, that they do belong as all of us on this planet. And we must do that. Otherwise, what tends to happen, I think, is that to compensate for this loss of belonging, people form their own little groups, and then we blame them for not fitting in.
I guess for all of us, I think we all want that sense of connection and belonging. There's that innate desire for us to be connected to someone else. And I think one way that we can foster that connection is really by choosing to engage in relationships that we learn to celebrate and accept the diversities amongst us all.